More isn't always better. More clients, more clinicians in your group practice, getting on multiple insurance panels, or EAPs, taking on more staff. Many times people think taking on more will help them reach their financial goals that they've set for themselves, but this is not always true. Sometimes more means less. Why? Because oftentimes when you do more, you have less time to focus on getting better and honing your skills. In this video, I am going to share how a clinical private practice edit can actually help you make more money in your business by doing less. So let's get into it. Hi there, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle, and on this channel, I share tips, tools, strategies, and resources for social workers who are looking to start a clinical private practice or digital online business. If that is something that sounds interesting to you, please be sure to click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and be sure to hit the bell icon so you are notified each time I upload a new video. So we are not about to play any games. We are going to jump right in to 3 ways that you can edit your clinical private practice so you can generate more revenue. And number one of the first things that you will want to do is to create a scalable service. Of course, I'm going to tell you, create a scalable service. If you've been watching my videos for any good amount of time, you know that I believe in creating scalable services. This is how you leverage your time to make more money. And so in what ways can you, as a clinical private practice social work entrepreneur, create a scalable service? Well, there's a number of ways. You, of course, can create a digital product. And so what does a digital product entail? It can be an ebook. It can be a workbook. It can be a template. It can be something that you have created, that you have the intellectual property rights for because it's your work, and you can go ahead and monetize that as a digital product. Another thing that you can do is to create a digital course. Now, is a digital course a digital product? Yes, it is, but it is a unique type of product in and of itself because a digital course, you can create what we call a starter course, which will be something that just gives people those first steps into learning something. You can create a spotlight course, which is something that gives the spotlight onto a specific area of a problem or pain that they need relieved or solved, or a desire that they need fulfilled. Or you can do a signature program, which gives them some larger transformation in some way, right? And so courses are very unique because, again, they can be very short. They can be long. Don't make them too long. Don't make them too long. Understand adult education and don't make them too long, but they are something that can offer people an amazing transformation, and you can use them to leverage your skills and make more money in your clinical private practice. And again, you're not always selling these services to your customer. These might be services that you're selling to other clinicians, other organizations, other agencies, other corporations, right? And so you can totally leverage these skills to do that. Another scalable service that you can create is a membership site. And so maybe there's something that you teach that is ongoing or evolves over time, right? You can create a membership site. And so what does a membership site look like? I remember when I first started hearing about these things, I was like, what is it like? What does it look like? And so basically you have different platforms out there where you can create membership services. And so maybe there are updated trainings that you put out every month. Maybe you put out a couple of trainings every month and you update this inside of the membership site, right? And so you're taking people on this journey, you're teaching them something inside of this membership site. And typically with a membership site, you will have a Facebook group. And so the education lives inside of the membership site, but the community lives inside of the Facebook group, and they typically go hand in hand with each other. You charge a monthly fee to deliver these services and to show up and provide value to your clients or customers or your community. And so these are some great ways to scale your skills, knowledge, talents, and areas of expertise so you can have a clinical private practice edit in 2022 and stop working more hours trying to get more money. Leverage your time and your skills. One of the second things that you can do is to engage in consulting services. So, this would include primarily B2B consulting services. While they would be your customers, which is B2C business, you really want, so they would be customers, but they are other businesses. So, they're not necessarily an individual who is seeking change, but other businesses who might need your services. This is considered B2B business, and you can totally leverage your skills to really bring in more revenue by charging more money for your services, right? So if you're leveraging your skills with a corporation, they are known to pay anywhere from $100 to $130 an hour for your consulting skills. And sometimes it's upwards of even more. Sometimes it might be a little less. It's according to your market, what you're doing. But you can totally take these skills and leverage them to bring in more revenue for yourself. And because you are an independent contractor as a consultant, you get to control your hours, so you can still deliver services to your clients one-on-one inside of your clinical private practice. And then you can also spend time doing work for this particular consulting job that you might have to leverage that amount of money that you're bringing in, right? This is especially true for clinicians who are accepting insurance, right? Because insurance is not always reimbursing those coins that you really need to make a sustainable life for yourself or obtain more time, financial, and career freedom. And so by leveraging your skills for B2B work, you can totally bring in more money and not have to see more patients while you're doing it. You will be paid more per hour or more per project, however you set that up. Now, if you have any questions about this video or any other video on my channel, I host meet and greets every week. So you can find a link to sign up for the meet and greet in the description box below. And the meet and greet is where you have the opportunity to ask me your questions directly. And so I hope you sign up, and I look forward to seeing you there. Okay, and so one of the last things that you can do as a clinical private practice owner as an edit, so you're not spending more hours doing work and really depleting yourself and not being at your best performance for your clients that depend on you, so you're not running yourself thin. One other thing that you can do, and I'm sure there's more things, but there's only one more on my list. But one of the other things that you can do is to create a group practice. And so how does this help you? Well, if you have more clinicians working inside of your group practice, yes, should you have some infrastructure there for them, such as someone who does potentially the billing? Maybe. You probably should. If you're going to incentivize them to come into your group practice, it's typically because there's already infrastructure there. So you might have someone who does verification of benefits. You might have someone who is doing billing services. And so these things are highly desirable to some clinicians who want the feel of being in private practice, but not the business responsibility of being in private practice. And so you have a private practice that you sign off on as a group. You might contract with insurance that way, as far as being on the panel as a group. And then you can leverage your practice by charging those clinicians, so you can take a percentage of each person they see. I know group practices, I've worked with group practices who are taking anywhere from 30 to 50% per person. So think about it. If someone is being reimbursed $100 per person from a health insurance company that they're seeing, or if they're private pay and you are getting 50% of what they're charging. So if they're charging $150, you're getting $75 per person that they're seeing, and you're not actually doing any of that work. They're not W-2 employees, so you're not paying them because you've brought them on as independent contractors. You can totally leverage that to bring more money into your clinical private practice instead of you having to show up and see more clients and having this heavy caseload and really being depleted and not being 100% for the clients that you are seeing. You can totally use this tactic to leverage that for an edit, so you can create more time and money for yourself. So which one of these options sounds like it could be a good fit for your clinical private practice? Jump into the comments and share it with us, because I am curious to know. And there you have it. 3 things that you can do to earn more money in your clinical private practice without trading more time for dollars. If you found this video valuable, please be sure to click the like button, Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and be sure to hit the bell icon so you are notified every time I upload a new video. On the next Teach Thursday, I'm going to cover 7 documents that are essential to your clinical private practice. Be sure to check out these 2 videos. And until next time, this is your girl Michelle saying, stop waiting. The time is now. Start your clinical private practice or digital online business. Bye for now.